Brilliant. Hello to those people just finding the Facebook Live now. Give it a little while for the notifications or the messages to go up and about, and see people joining there. When you do arrive, when you do start seeing the message, do let me know. Oh, I'm starting to see faces. Do let us know with comments or with sending some of the bubbles up, and I can see when I'm getting comments on there. There we go. Comments will appear here. That started doing it. Hello, welcome everybody who's joining on the Facebook Live. Really good to connect with you all again here with the drumming circles. Just let a number of people in on the Zoom. I think all of the sound is connected for you there, so welcome those who are just joining on the Zoom. Hello. Yeah, do let us know in the chat where you're joining in from, and thanks those who have already started on the Facebook doing that. So welcome those who are joining in from Illinois. Again, we've got the circle stretching all around the world. People joining in from Hampshire, from Cheshire, from Chesapeake, is that Dawn? VA, does that mean Vancouver? Wild guesses here. North Kilworth, some joining in from Colorado, from London, others from East London. Wow, what a wide circle we're gathering this evening. Brilliant. We've got a couple more people joining in on the Zoom. So let's give it a moment as people start to arrive there. People joining in from Enville, fantastic. From Leon C. From Deal, brilliant. Derbyshire, great to see everybody joining in here. That's wonderful. That's wonderful. So we just give it a couple of minutes as people arrive. Do continue to say hellos in the chat and in the comment section there, and it is kind of great to get a sense of how wide this circle is joining in here. Phoebe from San Francisco, great to see you again. Feeling better. There's a mention there to do with the drum just arrived. Fantastic. So there's more drums out in the world there sharing their song. Others joining from Scotland, from Surrey. Oh, Virginia. Wonderful. Fantastic. Great to have you here, Dawn. Others from Shrewsbury, from Edinburgh. Superb. We've still got a couple of people joining in on the Zoom. We're going to kind of open a circle, this wide circle that we're seeing stretching right across both sides of the Atlantic here. And we're going to start where we'll start with some smudging as well. So if that's a way that you like to begin, center, ground and focus, do grab some ceremonial smudging herbs to help with that. You know, those of us here in the UK in particular, we're in lockdowns. We've got people just joining in from France. We've got people joining in from the US. We've got people joining in from all over here. So, you know, the situations will be different in different places, but joining in with these circles from home, as I say, we kind of go from one room to another where maybe other things going on here, there and everywhere. So as we gather here in this circle, we'll just take a moment just to centre and ground here together. But yeah, do continue as you arrive, just saying hello and just welcome one another as this circle gathers. Hey there, those who have just joined on the Zoom, welcome to you all. Got a couple of people maybe who are joining on the Zoom for the first time, so yeah, again, welcome. Do open up the chat section, and on the chat there, just, you know, we'll kind of engage with each other during the session in there. We can let each other know how our experiences were. Start off just saying hi and letting us know where you're joining in from. Fantastic. More people joining in from London as well. Other areas of the UK, others joining in from Dundee. Fantastic. Superb, superb. Eileen from Dumfries. From Inverness. A few people from Scotland all in one go. Fantastic. Holmfirth as well, from Denmark. Super. The circle is expanding wider and wider. Really lovely to see. Really lovely to see. Oh, that's. Hope this we can send you off with some love and strength and extra energy there, Dawn. How so you say 3:30? How many more hours from now is that in terms of time difference? Because obviously we're just after 7 o'clock here in the UK. Lovely to see you, Norma, joining in from Weston-super-Mare. Wonderful. Wow, exciting. Drums on the roll. The healing drum in particular, so you know, it's wanting to get involved with the healing round already. Brilliant. So let's begin opening the circle, and let's all together just take a moment just to center and ground. And I recommend people, particularly if you need to leave early tonight, this is an online thing, some people drop in and drop out. If you do need to leave early, do take a moment to do this again, just to center and ground. Regather yourself if you've just been doing a round of drumming or meditating to a round of drumming. And so whichever ways we do that, I just want to invite you just to bring your attention to your breath. Find whichever way is comfortable. I've just seen a message there asking if Heidi's with me. It's good to let you all know. Yes, Heidi is here somewhere. I just moved her a moment because I had to push back on my chair. Heidi is my dog. She comes in and out of the room during, and if there's something exciting going on down the road, she tends to have a little bark about it. So you may hear some barking in the background at different points, and that's who that is. She likes to have her cameo role, but she's not in the room at the moment, and the hallway's dark, so I'm not entirely sure where she is. All right. So yeah, I invite you just to kind of connect in with your breath now, and just make yourself comfortable wherever you're seated. Let's just all do this together, just really focusing on that connection that we have to the ground, whether that may be our feet on the ground, our weight on the seat, and how that weight goes down into the floor and further down into the earth. And as we focus on our breath, there's no need to change it in any way or affect it in any way, just noticing that rhythm of your breath as it comes in, feeling your chest filling with air, that little moment of stillness before the exhale. And again, that little pause before the next breath. Just noticing all parts of that rhythm. Because just noticing all of those parts does that little bit just to steady it. And just grounds us in that physical experience of our breath. Just noticing the gentle rise and fall of our chest as we breathe in and as we breathe out. And if you work with visualizations, do visualize those roots going out through your feet, going out from that root chakra, or out from the bottom of your feet down through the earth, pushing deep through all of the soil and the sand and the stones, the underwater springs. And as you breathe, just breathing in that connection, that solid connection with the earth. And also to help us ground and centre at the start of this, I will invite the plant spirits, the ceremonial smudge herbs, blessings to these sacred herbs, and we call on you and ask you and invite you for your healing, for your cleansing, to help clear away any of the stresses and worries of the day, anything that we don't need to hold and carry into this evening, so that we can remain focused and centred and present with our prayers and intentions for the drumming. And I'll continue to let this smoulder and carry those prayers up for all of you in the circle, and for those on the Facebook Live who might find the video afterwards, those prayers for cleansing, for grounding, for centering will carry on there, going out for you. And as we all drop that little bit into our hearts, from our hearts, let's send out this prayer. This prayer to the land beneath us, to this earth that holds us and heals us and guides us on our journey through life. To the element of air as we move into spring, the time of new beginnings. We call on that inspiration of new ideas, new creativity. To the waters, the sacred waters of the springs, of the streams, of the rivers, we call to you and honour you. To that energy of flow, to the cleansing, and to those depths. And to the energy of fire, as here we are just approaching the celebration of Imbolc, the fire ceremony and the returning of the light. We honour that glowing flame, those embers that the winds of the new year can just blow across, just to catch and bring into that new fire, that new energy for the year to come. Let's call to all of our guides, healers, teachers, inspirers, all of those unseen allies that work with us and work through us. We honour you and acknowledge you. And to the ancestors, to those of our own bloodline, to those ancestors of the lands that we are gathering here on, with people here gathering on lands all around the world. And to the ancestors of these spiritual traditions, all of those healers and seers and keepers of the ancient crafts, we call to you and honour you here in this circle. And so as we cast this circle around everybody here, we call to all the spirits of the north, of the east, of the south and the west, and we ask this circle to be blessed. And to the earth below and sky above, fill the circle with purest love. Blessed be. And blessed be Aho, Amen. Whatever is the right way for you for closing prayers, close your sharing in whatever way is right for you. Aye. Well, fantastic everybody. It's really good to see you all. As little dots on the top of the screen and messages coming up the side, or the faces that I see on Zoom. And it's been a long while. I think this is the longest we've had since the spring equinox without a drumming circle. We're here at the end of January, with the last circle being towards the beginning of December. Thanks for those who, apologies for those who didn't see the message that I wasn't able to do the Yule drumming. But thanks to all of those of you who kind of did get in contact around that time. I appreciated your messages. And your patience for when we're getting this back up and running here in this circle. For those who are new to the circle, we we have this space here where we connect with the drum wide, in this wide circle across the world. We can't be meeting in person at the moment, and so we gather in this circle here with the rhythm of the drum to call to the seasons, to call to the land, to send some love and strength out, and just to ground and center ourselves into what's going on in the year and within the cycles. So we've got a few rounds of drumming this evening. There might be a song as well that I'll be weaving in there, Julia, and others. There's a lot of people who kind of be messages and asking about the songs. So we've got some that kind of we can weave in for Breed as well, related to Imbolc, related to the fire ceremony that's coming up. And I may kind of have some other notices kind of as we go on about other things going on. Just as a note for those on the Facebook Live page, I see it's already been inundated by a spammer who is trying to sell you some sort of fake readings. There is somebody called Hishola Hiriomi. We have this, unfortunately, ever so often with people coming to sell you Bitcoin or doing some sort of scam readings or things like that where they're going to charge you money. Please ignore them, and if you can, report the posts as they're coming up there. Unfortunately, it's one of the things with live streams is that you get scam artists who try and exploit the people in the comment section there. So please do not kind of go on to any of those messages, and if you can, just click report on those. You don't need Bitcoin or anything like that kind of that are being offered in the chat there. That's not the way to find these sorts of things. So apologies if you've already started having those messages and a comment sent to you. But yeah, we'll delete them afterwards. If you're able to report them now, all the better. We're connecting in as a circle. We've got people who are joining in here, many people joining in from the UK, others joining in from the US, from Iceland, from Denmark, from France. I'm not sure if I've missed others who are joining in different places. But for this wide circle, let's have this first round of drumming as a round where we connect in this circle of unity, connecting in together. When we're drumming in a room together, we can usually hear the sounds of the drums and feel the sounds of the drums. And today we're connecting in on this level here of the heart. So this first round of drumming, we're connecting in as this wide circle. So I invite you to grab your drums. If you're without a drum and just joining in here with this drum that's beating in your chest, yeah, join in with that open heart. But for all those who are here with the drums, I'm going to begin drumming. Join in, and let's feel this circle connecting here right across the world. Just allow that moment for the rhythms of the drum just to sink in a little bit, but yeah, bring yourself back to your breath and breathing that little bit deeper, just to breathe your energy and your awareness just that little bit more into your body. Give it in a moment just to move your body, to really feel yourself back in there, looking around the room. That walking between the worlds, being able to go into that deep inner space within that journey space, and being able to come back again into the room. Do let us know when you're back, either by a comment or a bubble, or whichever way round. Yeah, I can see when you're back there. Fantastic. Those on Zoom, apologies, I can see a couple of messages there, and I think Tony, you've just popped it on the Facebook one to do with the sound. I was tampering with the volume at the beginning to turn it up a little bit, and it might have been that. So I'm going to pop it back down to roughly where it was. Let's see how that goes for the next bit. Let's just check that you can still hear me. Can you still hear me talking on Zoom? Give us a wave if you can. Yeah, I can see a lot of waves there. That's good. Okay, so people waking up from the drumming just to give a wave. Fantastic. Welcome back. Brilliant. Really lovely to see everybody's returning there. Super celebratory. I agree. That was kind of what I was feeling with it. What was let us know as well what your experience of that was, how you were feeling from that round of drumming. Welcome all of those who are saying they've not joined in with this before. Really great to have you here. Wonderful, wonderful. Getting the comments there. Yeah, really good to be connected here in this circle. Yeah, hypnotic, feeling connected. Wonderful. Well, fire and crow's head came to you. Well, fire, great for this ceremony and this celebration that we're just arriving at, the celebration of Imbolc and the Lightbringer. It is a fire ceremony there. Others feeling grounded from it. Fantastic. I've had a really good dancing energy to it. You know, somebody saying celebratory there. I really felt the celebratory, yeah, waking up energy. And, you know, I see the circle kind of going out and around as threads. And I followed one of the threads out, and I could just see the highlighted top of a hedge or a tree, which was just dancing in the wind like this as I went along. So it gave me a little smile during that, just to see the other than human participants in this dance, in this drumming circle here. Unity, connected, calming, the fire in the center. Wonderful, wonderful. Brilliant, brilliant. That's great. Feeling the energy with that. It's really lovely to see so many new people joining in this time, and kind of, you know, the return of the core kind of circle that we've had since sort of last spring equinox. It is a kind of ever evolving and growing group, and it is kind of lovely to see all of the new people who are saying this is the first time I've been along on here, and obviously I've created a new Facebook event, and that sometimes then means it reaches a whole load of new people, but good to kind of have everybody back on here. I had it in mind to start the one earlier on in January, but still wasn't feeling well enough. It's kind of many people who have kind of experienced kind of having a form of COVID or another know that it takes a little while afterwards to recover, and some symptoms still stay. So I've been up and down with bits. I do tend to find a lot of the online and screen time things become kind of more tiring, but then I find drumming is really energizing. So my theory and idea for this evening is that joining in on this circle here with the drumming is going to counterbalance it all, and you know, really connecting in with this circle, connecting with those healing energies and those healing rhythms of the drum is going to counterbalance it all, and it's all going to be a positive lift for myself as well as all of us here are kind of joining in on the circle. So really, really kind of glad to be back here with it all. We are going to continue in the coming months with the 2 of them a month, so that you'll see the dates on the Facebook event being the 2nd Tuesday of the month and the last Tuesday, as it's been previously. I think I've created the event page running up until the summer. My plan is still as it was before, that we'll continue with those. If it does get to a point around then or by then that we are able to have physical in-person groups at the end of the month in Ashford as we had done, I'll be looking to see some way that I can kind of connect in and live stream some parts of those so that we can connect in. If that's not possible, we'll still be having our group on the 2nd Tuesday of the month. And we'll see how that kind of evolves as the year goes on. I've also got a slightly bit of a different, another idea as well of that this one here on the last Tuesday of the month is the drumming circle as we've been used to it being, and the one on the 2nd Tuesday of the month being a bit more journeying focused. So there's a slight kind of difference with the 2 of them. So we have a chance to kind of connect in with the journey on those ones. So let us know what your thoughts are with that as well, and kind of whether that appeals. It's an idea at the moment, but that might be what I do with the 2 drumming circles, that we journey with the season and the spirit of the land on the 2nd Tuesday, and then have a drumming circle at the end. That's that's part of the thinking that I've been having with it. Great, I can see a couple of people kind of thumbs upping and liking the idea of that. Some people have been asking to do with online courses and classes. I've got the links on the event page. Sorry, I just had a sound pop up there. I've got on the Facebook live thing, there's obviously the links to the online classes with the Ancient Roots courses that I did last year, and the Heron Drums ones. Those are still there, and it's still possible to access those. I will be looking to do some more, probably kind of give it another month and a half until I'm definitely feeling 100% with those. But yes, there will be some kind of more online classes and courses going, but the ones that were done last year, that were created last year, are still available on there. On the Ancient Roots link, there's the Shamanic Journeying course, and there's the Smoke and Ceremony course, and on the Heron Drums one there is the Introduction to Shamanic Drumming. As I've said before, what's really helpful is if people are able to share those links. Heron Drums is obviously we're not able to do workshops and travelling around as I have been doing with events and fairs, and so if any help for sharing the links that I have to any of the things that I'm doing online, including these nights with the drumming, is much appreciated. And on the Facebook live post, there's also the PayPal link if people are able to send any donations. It's not a compulsory thing. This is a free open bit, but you know, if people are able to, for supporting these evenings, those are really, really much appreciated and gratefully received. And as I say, as the year goes on, I'm going to look at what else I can kind of be doing in terms of online classes and courses, as I started doing last year, but just as I get kind of back up to 100%. So that's the plan, and do kind of let us know if there's anything that you want more information on, and I'll pop the links into the comments of the Facebook video afterwards, so you can see what I'm mentioning there. So that's going to be the plan going forward with these circles and with the online space and the online work. That's going to be the plan. Bringing our focus back from looking ahead over the next few months and bringing it back to now. This circle as being the first one of the year, also being at the end of the month, January, is our closest one to the celebration of Imbolc. the celebration of Imbolc and this first stirrings of spring, as it were, is a fire ceremony, as I've mentioned, and means a lot in lots of different ways to lots of people. So as usual, what associations do you have with this time of the year? And let's have a round of drumming where we focus in on this celebration. I've mentioned a few things. I've wanted to be kind of quite clear and specific with Imbolc because we're going to, for the next round of drumming, include a chant to bridge it, or to breed, which is who is particularly connected to this season of the year and this celebration, this particular fire ceremony. So in terms of Imbolc, in terms of this point here, as we move to the end of January and move into February, what do we associate with this season, with this time of the year? Let us know in the comments in the chat and we'll kind of pool some ideas. I see it as a fire ceremony, and it's one of the fire ceremonies of the year. I've in my own garden, I've got some of the bulbs pushing up through the soil. We may associate that often with the snowdrops. And those first bulbs, others have come in with snowdrops there. Others talking about the starting of the lambing season. So I'm talking about the lights starting to gradually get, the night starting to gradually get lighter. For those people who are still going to and from work, it's usually start noticing that your drive home from work is a little bit brighter. Brilliant. All these comments coming in now. So rebirth and new hope, new beginnings, the bulbs coming out, the bird's song, and the increasing daylight. The potential of the coming year. New life and light, earlier dawns, nature waking, starting to see buds starting to form on the ash tree that I've got out the front of my house, those kind of black points on the end there. Snowdrops and the starts of the daffodil starting to push up. Candles, fire and the returning light. Spring awakening. Yeah, the taking it easy before the growth spurts, you know. It's this slow, steady starting to awaken. A couple of missed on here, but foxes calling, life stirring, new beginnings, resurgence in nature, and crossroads in the path. Brigantia lighting the forge to build anew in the new year. The catkins on the hazel tree and the catkins on many of the other trees, the alder trees as well. Seeing them all over the place there. Fantastic. So we've got a lot of things coming up in the themes there. You know, we've got a lot of the nature. The changes that are happening out in the land now, but you know, there's also the celebration related to Bridge and Bridget, and the light, returning of the light, and the sense of the new beginning. So what we'll do is we'll have a round of drumming at the end, which will be focus on new beginnings. Yeah, I can see kind of a couple of there just talking about manifesting new beginnings. But we'll have this first round of drumming here in honour of the celebration of Imbolc, and particularly with Breed, and we'll bring the chant in now just to spice things up, Julia. We usually have the chant at the end, but we can focus on those new beginnings at the end now. Let's honour Breed with the chant. And those in the Ashford Circle, we've probably done this one before, and we haven't quite done a year on the online circle, so we're not kind of repeating our seasonal chants, apart from my favourite autumn one. But apart from that, we haven't done a full cycle of these yet. So this one here, I will pop in the chat the where it comes from afterwards when I've kind of gone and found it. But the words for it are very simple. Welcome Breed, oh Breed has come, oh Breed is welcome. So this celebration, this first round of drumming is in honor of this festival, is in honor of Imbolc, and is in honor of Breed. And we will, I'll begin with the chant and bring the drum in then afterwards. And yeah, join in with the chant at home, and join in with the drum as well if you have the drum there. Right, so I'm going to start with the chant first, just so I can, just so you can hear it, and hopefully this will be fine now sound-wise on the Zoom. Hopefully we've sorted that out. We're changing the setting there, but I will move back a little bit just in case. Welcome, Breed. Oh, Breed has come. Breed is welcome. Welcome, Breed. Oh, Breed has come. Oh, Breed is welcome. Welcome, Breed. Oh, Breed has come. Breed is welcome. Welcome, Breed. Oh, Breed has come. Oh, Breed is welcome. Welcome, Breed. Oh, Breed has come. Breed is welcome. Welcome, Breed. Oh, Breed has come. Breed is welcome. Welcome, Breed. honour of the celebration of Imbolc, in honour of the goddess Bridget, Breed, the goddess of the fire and the forge, of poets, of healing, of many other things. Honour and acknowledging you on this space this evening as well. And I have on one of my altars here, for those who are familiar with them, the Bridget's Cross. As one of the crafts to work with as we connect in with the prayers and focus of this season. All right. Welcome back, those faces that I can see there on Zoom. Do give your body a move. Do just deepen your breath a little bit there. Bring your focus into and around the space. Those on Facebook, send up a bubble. Pop a thumb or a heart or a comment. Just let us know that you're back there, and let us know how that round was for you, if you had any particular experience from that round. Nikki, just saw your post there to do the reverberations. Was that all the way through the drumming there, or was it towards the beginning? All through for some, so it's still having some technical issues on the sound there again with Zoom. We'll find our kind of our way of working it on there. Brilliant. I can see people returning back on the Facebook Live as well. All the way through. All right. I think I've got that down as far as I was, and the setting will be back to basically what it was like in the circles we had before Christmas. Let's turn down a little bit more and see what we can do on the next one. Okay, fantastic. I can see people kind of making their way back, so people feeling a kind of a lovely energy with that. I was feeling more grounded. I found that very steady. I mean, it's kind of the chant sort of dictates the pace of the drumming, and it was nice to keep that steady rhythm. As people said, it's kind of, it's taking it easy before the growth spurts as we move into spring. It's the steady growth, the steady building of energy. Ah, fantastic. All right, brilliant. I can see that a number of more people have made it back on Facebook. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Lovely experiences people have had there during that. Some very visionary experiences there as well. Others just feeling the beauty of the drumming and feeling the kind of the grounding and relaxing energy from it. Yeah, fantastic. So as mentioned, Bridget or Breed is a goddess of many things, and one of the things that she is connected with is healing. And so we may want to, I know I kind of want to put forward the suggestion, but we may want to call upon her energy and her strength and her blessings of healing as we go on for a healing round. And we'll, within the circle that we've created, and some people right at the beginning talked about seeing the fire in the centre there when we did that opening unity round. That can be Bridget's fire, that can be the fire of healing, that cleansing, healing fire. And we can, as we have this healing round and as we focus on those people that we want to send love and strength to, we can be asking for that healing fire to give strength to, and add that strength and healing. Some people kind of asking about kind of the variations on the name Bridget, because we what we know of kind of a number of Celtic gods and a lot of the old gods of Britain that kind of have their roots in the Celtic era. There are a handful of them that there are many of them that are very local gods that are kind of that are honoured or worshipped in specific areas, and we don't see them anywhere else. And there are others like Bridget or Breed that we find kind of really quite spread out, a kind of much wider worship and devotion and honouring of them. In some kind of places, she's referred to as Bridget, Brigid, Breed, which you're asking about the spelling of that. I think there's a spelling of it which is B-R-I-G-D in some places, but please do correct me in the comments on the different spellings of it. In other places, as some people have commented, Brigantia are all referring to the same goddess, and you know the many stories that there are in Ireland, and different stories that there are spread around what was the old Celtic world, do tell the stories of kind of the much wider spread goddess of Bridget, Brigid, Breed, in all of those different forms. If people have any kind of extra info about that, do pop that into the comments section on the Facebook Live thing, and we can kind of refer to it again later on and have a look at it later on with different info with that. But yeah, goddess of many things, and there's many stories that connect with Bridget, and one of the focuses is healing. And so for our healing round, we drum to send that love and strength to those who are needing it. And as we might do with any healing circle or healing work that we're doing, you often can pop their name into the centre. And so what I invite you to do in the chat section on Zoom or in the comment section on Facebook, just initials or first names, just so we can kind of keep it because especially Facebook is on a public space there. Let's just kind of create this circle here where we bring into the centre of the circle those that we're wanting to send that love and strength to. And the next round of drumming will be dedicated to them, will be in honour of them. So that the healing rhythms of the drum can go out to where they are needed to help those people, whether that's just lifting them up a bit or whether that's carrying them forward a bit, whatever they are needing, whatever they decide they need with that energy. And that also includes if you yourself are feeling that you're needing some healing at the moment. Do include yourself in that there. And being open to receiving that healing as well. And there's many people on both the platforms this evening, so I'll just give it a little moment for us to pop those names in there. Okay. And the healing drum that started rolling across the floor behind me earlier, eager to be a part of the evening. Now is its round. So let's all join with the drums. And if it feels right for you, join with your voice. Join with movement of your body. I sometimes suggest or recommend, it's kind of a good thing to try drumming standing up, and it just allows a little bit more movement in your body where we can often be very still sitting down. So if you feel like doing that for this round, it can just allow that just to build a little bit more as we send love and strength to all of those who we've named, and any unnamed that come to our minds and our hearts during this round, during this healing round, where the strength of the drums and the healing of Bridget be felt by them. healing rhythms of the drum and the warmth of Bridget's fire carry that love and strength to all of those that we've named, all of those that we've held in our minds and our hearts during this round of drumming. All right. And back to our breath. Breathing a little bit deeper there. And back to our bodies. Feeling the seat beneath us, the ground beneath us. Looking around and seeing the room around us. Taking that extra focus just to really ground and center yourself. This is kind of the third round of drumming on the evening here. Each one just takes us a little bit deeper. So after each one, just needs a little bit more focus for that grounding. Breathing that bit deeper right down to your body, right down to your belly. Breathing yourself right into your body, right down to your fingertips and your toes. Just moving your body just to feel a little bit of stretch, a little bit of movement. And looking around at something in the room. Something nice to look at. If you've got a painting or an ornament or a photo or something around that you can look at. And those things just help bring you right back into the room. Particularly when we're feeling really kind of as if we've deeply dived in with that round of drumming there. Yeah, seeing a couple of comments from people about feeling that one as if they're floating away or kind of going beyond themselves. So really do recommend and kind of urge you just to do the extra steps, put that extra focus in on grounding, bringing yourself back to your breath and feeling that breath coming in right down to your belly, focusing on those roots going out from the bottom of your feet. Feeling your legs maybe is kind of another one where it really helps you just to come back to your body and feel yourself back into your body. And yeah, focusing something on the room. There's a lot of people commenting on curious sounds that they could hear in the background with that one. It's quite exciting. I'll see who that might be. All right, are we back? Particularly want to hear from those people who said they were feeling a little bit spacey after that one, or as if they went really quite deep on that one. Let us know in the comments section that you're back. Let us know how you're feeling and how you felt from that round. Send up a bubble with a heart or a smiley or something like that. Let us know for sure that you're back. Great, I can see. Brilliant, can see people returning back there. Some people just finding the video. Really, really lovely to have you join in on here. You are able to, on the Facebook Live, you are able to kind of get the whole evening's drumming evening here in the UK. I see you're joining in from Canada. You are able to see the whole thing. When we finish, it will then be available from start to finish there, and you'll be able to join in with us right from the beginning. All right, superb. So, great, people talking about feeling the rebirth and this celebration of this time of the year is all about that kind of new beginnings. And I'd like us on this last round to focus on that aspect of this season with the new beginnings. And just some drums, some energy to the new beginnings, the dreams and visions that we have for the year to come. And for some people in the circle, that might be something that straight away you go, yeah, these are my plans for the year. For others in the circle, you might still be dreaming into those visions and still getting a sense of what those are. And so you may be calling those visions to you, calling those plans for the year to you. So yeah, for this round of drumming, we're just going to drum so those new beginnings, so those new people, again talking about the crocuses and, you know, the crocuses and the snowdrops, the daffodils. All these new beginnings might be at different stages. Some of them might be kind of clear there. Some of them may be less clear to us. Some of them might just be pushing through the soil. Some of them might just be pushing and moving their way underneath the soil. So whatever those new visions are for the year for us, the new beginnings, the goals and plans that we have for the year, let's drum some love and some energy to those, just to awaken those new bulbs, those new bulbs for our own years. Just seeing the last couple of comments from people popping up who are just letting us know that they're back from the last round. Fantastic. All right, okay. So yeah, the last round of drumming is to focus on those new beginnings. Do hold your drum, but I will invite you just at the start of this, just to hold in mind those bulbs and see those bulbs, those spring bulbs representing the visions, the dreams that you have for this year. At whatever stage they are, whether they're just opening underneath the soil, whether they're pushing through the soil, whether they're already coming up into bud, how clear or how right at their kind of the beginning they are. And let's focusing on those and just drum some energy to those for this last round here. So as the drum beats call out, may all of those new beginnings, all those dreams and visions, those that we're aware of already, those that are still emerging, may they hear that song of the drums, that call of the drums and that call from deep within us to awaken. Just as the land awakens at this time of the year. And as we ask for that energy of this season, of this celebration of Imbolc, to continue with us in the coming days and weeks, and set that wheel, or as the wheel starts to turn into the year, for this time of rebirth, of new beginnings and awakening. May all of those dreams and visions for the year to come awaken for us. And we honour all of those energies that have joined us and held us this evening, and that will continue to hold us as we go forward from this evening. We honour all of the elements. We honour the spirits of all of the directions. We honour all of those unseen that weave their energy and their magic through everything that we have shared this evening, that we've experienced this evening. And we ask for their continued support and guidance to carry us forward in celebration of the returning of the light, celebration of Bridget. We honour those sacred fires and the awakening across the land. And as we close this space this evening, may all of us be carried forward into the new beginnings, into this season of awakening. By all of these unseen spirits that have supported us and held us here tonight. To all of them, we say thank you, thank you, thank you. Blessed be. Love and gratitude to all of you if you joined us on here this evening. Lots and lots of thanks. As I remind all of you of the coming back, I need to do my breath and things like that because I'm still a little bit in that last round there. So yeah, all as you need to. Come back to your breath, come back to your body. Focus on something in the room. Yes, bring yourself right back. That's it. That's better. So yeah, love and gratitude to all of you who've joined us on here this evening. Really good to have these spaces back to connect with you. And thanks to all of those who have found these for the first time this evening. I'll put out reminders to do with the coming ones. The something or other of February, the second Tuesday of February, and at the end of February we'll be back again. I'll let you know to do with the change of focus, if we're going to be doing the journey for the next one and have that as a bit more of a journeying evening. But I look forward to seeing many of you there. Do please continue to share these pages out. I'll post any reminder of links, as it were, for things like the online courses, for the PayPal link as well. If people are wanting that and looking for that, and for any other things that you might be interested in, do join the newsletter, because on the newsletter I post a lot of those updates. I've popped the most recent newsletter that a number of you will have received, but if you're not receiving the newsletter and you're wanting to see that, it's in the feed on the Heron Drums page there, for the with bits there, and it gives you some of the updates. there's a few things happening in the next week on Sacred Earth activism. So those of you who have joined us on the Sacred Earth activism page before, we've got a full moon ceremony on Thursday evening. There's an Imbolc gathering, online gathering on Monday. So, you know, do see on the newsletter the links for details for that, or I can pop them in the chat there. And anything else I remember, I'll pop it in the Facebook, in the chat underneath, or the comments underneath the Facebook Live there. But yeah, really, really lovely to connect in with you. For all of you who've joined on Zoom and persevered with the buzzing this evening, hopefully we've got it towards the end there, and I won't tamper with the controls, and we can see next time if that's a bit better. And for all of you who've joined onto the Facebook Live there, if there's any kind of questions or comments that I've missed as we've been going along, I'll have a look at those later on and reply as and when necessary. But yes, wishing you all the best with whatever you're doing to celebrate Imbolc, one way or another, whether that's just looking at the daffodils pushing through the soil outside, or whether that's having a big fire ceremony somewhere. All the very best to you. Blessings for the celebration of Imbolc. So take care, everybody, and look forward to seeing you all again soon.